Does that sound good? We'll start with your journey and the big trends you're seeing in the construction world.
Okay.
Um, so, for context, our podcast focuses on how leaders in construction are navigating today's market. But given my background in accounting and helping businesses like yours with financial management, I'm always keen to learn from experts like yourself to better understand the real world challenges you face.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. I mean, the trends. I see a lot of movement going with the AI stuff. For electricians.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that trend. If we want to talk about challenges, I mean, some of the challenges sometimes is getting paid, or as you know, as an accountant, customers are supposed to pay us a net 30, and then as subcontractors, we're always end up getting paid when paid, and sometimes that ends up taking several months, and
Oh, right. Yeah.
hurts cash flow. So
Yeah. That's
um,
never good.
yeah, that's definitely a big one right there. Sometimes trying to fight to get paid on change orders. Like everybody always wants work done, and they don't. Um, yeah, they'll try and put off signing, or they can't get a signature on it now, but they want the work done, and sometimes that it's the fight to get paid. After the work's done. So those
Yeah.
are some of the challenges I can talk about.
Okay. So, just to start off, could you tell us a bit about your role at Endpoint Electrical Solutions and how you got started?
Yeah. So I recently took the position at Endpoint Electrical Solutions as senior project manager. This came about because I was the owner of B&W Electric for over 10 years, and we had to declare bankruptcy, not getting paid on the job. So I took this position. Endpoint Electrical Solutions. I really Dustin Lightsey. He actually used to work for me, and I talked to several contractors trying to find a good home for the clients and for my staff. And he was the best fit. I know he does really quality work, and integrity. His integrity means a lot to him. So
Yeah.
it was the best move for me to come over here as a senior project manager and bring home my staff and my customers. So that's how I ended up over here. I'm primarily sending out bids on commercial projects in the $250,000 to $500,000 range is kind of where we're trying to focus at right now. We do have a couple projects that we're bidding on that are a couple million or more, but that's typically where we're at right now. So
Very nice.
yes, sir.
Um, so sorry, what were the trends you talked about before?
Oh yeah, so we were talking about the trends. So we're really seeing that for electricians, there's going to be a lot of work coming up with the AI data centers. I mean, it's just so much electrical is required, also HVAC and plumbing as well. But from our perspective, I mean, there's going to be work for years and years as these built out these data centers. I know the AI is taking a lot of people's jobs, but as far as us, I mean, until robots take the place of us, there's going to be a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of work on these data centers. A lot of opportunity right there. So yeah, that's one of the big trends that I see. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, electrical work's going strong always. One of the trends we see too is a lot more people retiring than coming in. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
going to definitely make the wages go up for electricians. So definitely
Yeah, the
encourage
baby
anybody.
boomers.
Yeah. Everybody's retiring. So
Right.
uh, that's a good incentive for these young people. To looking for a good job, looking for a good trade. It's a good career. So
Absolutely. So how does that directly impact your business?
um, yeah. Well, it's hard. It's hard to find good electricians. I mean, the good electricians typically are already working. So and if you're running an ad on Craigslist or Monster or Indeed or something, yeah, most of the good ones are already working, or they go fast. So
Right.
yeah, I mean it's a struggle. You're trying to make sure get quality electricians because they're representing the company, and you
Right.
want to make sure you're getting quality electricians doing quality work and ethical. If they're in the sales, if they're in their sales side of things, that's a big thing too. We want to make sure that we're having ethical electricians, not somebody who's just willing to um, fear monger, to charge higher prices or to sell systems that are not needed. You know, we have a pretty good system here. We have a checklist that we don't need to go into the fear mongering because you know we have a checklist we can go through and we feel like we're educating the customer and coming from giving them a value. Whether they do the repairs or not, at least they know. You know, at least they know what really is wrong. We're not trying to sell them anything. We're just educating them on what we recommend to fix. You know, so there's a difference there. So
yeah, definitely. Okay, so but beyond that, what's currently working really well for Endpoint Electrical Solutions, and what areas are you finding most frustrating?
You know what's working well right now. We, like I said, just became part of the team. Is growing. We're booked out. Like we have so much work coming up. So I mean, I think us working together as a team is really working out well. I can tell you from my past experience what I haven't really experienced with Endpoint, but I know some of the challenges we faced before. Part of the reason was for my bankruptcy was not getting paid, but slow payments hurt too. You know, you enter in a contract for net 30, and you know the general contractor, they're going to want to pay you whenever they get paid. There's no way for us really to know whenever they get paid unless there's paperwork involved like liens and stuff, which nobody really likes.
Right.
So, but yeah, so I mean, it's supposed to be net 30. Sometimes it's 60, 90, 120 days to get paid, you know, or even longer. I've had contractors take 9 months to pay on a net 30.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, so I mean, essentially you're financing the job for them, you know, for no interest. And then they, you know,
Right.
you know, here at Endpoint. I'm making sure we're going to institute like 1.5% interest every month. You know, for overdue invoices, that's the maximum you can do. So,
Right.
another challenge I know that we have dealt with was, you know, a lot of times these change orders, you know, that everybody wants the work done, and there's nobody there that can actually sign for it and authorize it. They promise they will get it authorized later, and whenever you do that, yeah, it's a real fight to try and get paid. You know, a verbal agreement, like a handshake deal. You know. Some people honor it, some people don't. So that's definitely been a struggle too. So I would advise for anybody out there in the business, you know, to make sure you're getting your change order signed before you start any of the work. Even no matter how urgent the general contractor makes it seem, because yeah, if it's that urgent, then they can get somebody to get it signed no matter what it's going to take. So
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you had a magic wand and could fix just one thing in your business that's holding you back or slowing you down, what would that one thing be right now?
Man, we have so much work. We have so much work coming up. If I could just snap my fingers and have a bunch of electricians that I could trust, I think that would be what I would want. Some people that we're already vetted. That's the hiring process is one of the most difficult things we're dealing with right now. You know, because we have so much work going on that, you know, we're gonna be growing so fast. We anticipate growing pretty fast in the next several months. That yeah, that's gonna be the trick. That's gonna be the trick, making sure we're onboarding people properly, getting the right people in place, and you know, making sure, you know, that everybody's the right fit. So
Right. And then looking ahead, where do you envision Endpoint Electrical Solutions being in the next 6 to 12 months?
You know, I think we're going to be doing really good in the next 6 to 12 months. I mean, I would like to see us land some of these contracts that we were just been talking about.
Yeah.
It's my goal to get us more commercial work and get us more in front of some more industrial customers. I want to make sure we're getting set up like a preventive maintenance program.
Okay.
So I want to do that for the residential and the commercial and industrial customers, you know, to provide some kind of value. So yeah, I think that's where we want to be, to have some kind of, you know, a membership, you know, to give value. So you know, if you're spending a little bit of money on preventive maintenance, it's going to save you a lot more in the long run. So yeah, I think that's one of our next goals, is to, you know, to work on that, and you know, making sure we're getting that out to the public.
Okay, bye. Amazing. Well, that's all we have for this episode of Beyond the Blueprint. I want to thank our guest, James Hornof, for his insight and expertise. It's been a real pleasure. I am your host, Jeff Woodall, and we hope to catch you on the next one.